Awesome. So I just saw you speak. Amazing. So
you know what's amazing about it is to have that many kids come together with something beyond just a transient purpose, but actually sitting there thinking about maybe making changes in their own life.
Yeah.
If you can put an influence in front of young people, not just so that they're amused, but actually so that they see something that is different than they may have expected, so that maybe they will make a different choice with their life. To me, that's a day that you've succeeded, if you've managed to do that.
Exactly.
And what the Kielburgers have built here, to have that many thousands of kids get exposed to so many good influences, it's an excellent program. I'm glad to be asked to be part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what I was going to ask you, you, I'm sure, could be a lot of places. Why We Day? Why is it so important to you?
My wife and I lived, and our 3 kids, we lived out of the country for 26 years in Russia and around the United States.
Yeah.
And when we came back 3 years ago, Ed Robertson of the Bare Naked Ladies came up to me and said, "Hey Chris, are you going to We Day?" And I said, "I don't know, what's We Day?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, you're going to love it, and they'll like you. It'd be a really good thing to do." And so they asked me, and my first one was in Toronto right after I got back from space. And I just thought, what a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
This is exactly in the line of what I think adult Canadians ought to be doing, trying to be a useful influence and try and let young people see opportunities that exist for them. And so I've supported everyone I could since. I think this is my 7th that I've been to.
Yeah.
And to me, everyone is just a delight. They're beautifully organized, but it's the real measure of impact that matters. And I can't think of a more incredible day's outing from school. Not a field trip to the zoo. This is a day you're going to think about, and maybe next year you're actually going to be a different person as the result of some of the stuff you saw here.
Well, even me, personally, this is my first one.
Oh,
obviously,
nice.
I've known all about it and everything, but to walk in, I actually walked in and was just overwhelmed with inspiration. It's so beautiful, and it's so cool to see these kids. Sometimes kids, I've been talking about, I was speaking with Craig Kielburger earlier, and sometimes there's a lot of excuses people make and stuff.
Sure.
So maybe somebody will come here and dream big. I want to be an astronaut one day, and they can actually inspire to actually believe in themselves.
Well, I think the hard part that we don't often give is the link between a dream and who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And how can you possibly transpose yourself from whatever influence you've had so far into something that seems crazy or distant or impossible?
Yeah.
And the beauty of We Day is that it takes people like Rick Hansen or Paula Abdul or musicians or artists or people that are important in society, and they all just show up on stage as people. These are just other people who have made different choices, and I think it really improves a kid's chance of understanding how you build the bridges to turn yourself into somebody that you think otherwise you might never be. I think that's the real key to it.
Yeah, and there's such a positivity around it.
It's good.
It's
Why
really
wouldn't it
amazing.
be positive? It should be.
Exactly, it should be. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I know
Nice
We
talking
Day
to
is
you.
so excited to have you. And
It is. We Day's not a thing. We Day is a collection of people trying to do something, and to be able to inject a little idea and excitement into that group of people, that's a good day for me.
Exactly.
It's a good We Day.
Thank you, Commander. Oh,
Thanks
that's
a lot.
so neat.
Thank you.